Gil, you sort of took me by surprise.
We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah?
Okay, it's like I said before. Friends can go out and have a meal together. So come on, let me take you out to dinner.
It's just that I'm not really sure.
What, you got another date?
No. Another date? No, I don't have another date.
Well, good. You know, I'll pick you up after work, okay? I mean, I know must be standing room only for all the men in your life,
Standing room only. I wouldn't go as far as calling it standing room only, but, I guess you could say I don't have to go out with the same guy twice if I don't want to.
Well, you'll want to with me. I guarantee it. Huh?
Vicky. Hi.
Hi, Miriam.
Well, hello there.
Hi, Gil. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were late.
Well, have a seat.
Now, the situation has got to stop, Terry. Talk to Lester about it when he comes back from vacation.
You mean while Russ is talking to Lester about the day that I took off as comp time? No. He's already threatened me about that if I don't play by his rules.
Well, the way I see it, you deserve a lot more than just one day away from this place.
Still, somehow Russ will have Lester believing that my staff is in such a transitional state because I'm never here to supervise them.
I decided to go with the mustache. You'll get used to it, don't worry about it. Does that woman follow me around today or what?
Who? Mrs. Davidson?
You'd think she'd have better things to do with her time. Greeley, too.
Russ, you're here.
Every time I turn around, she's taking a break for something. Yeah, just because Lester puts up with her, don't expect me to.
Hey, don't look now, but favorite assistant administrator is over there at the next table with Marianne Prescott.
Lord, not another confrontation.
Would you want to go somewhere else?
No, we don't have time. Let's just enjoy our coffee, Russ or no Russ.
Mrs. Davidson is a good nurse. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's not. She just can't cut it as director of nursing. That's where some people are. Give them a little title, some authority. You just can't handle it.
Authority is a package deal, Russ. Respect comes with it. That's something my parents have drilled into my head since I was a child.
Marianne, why bother worrying about someone who doesn't respect me?
Because being considerate is not a waste of time.
Not if it gets in the way of your job.
Russ, my mom used to tell us this story, trying to explain what she and Dad meant about authority and respect. It was from the Bible.
Look, I'm sure the kids down in the children's ward would love to hear that story, but right now, I want you to read the Bible story for them, okay?
Please listen.
All right.
Okay, as I was saying, Mama tells this story about a certain Roman officer who asked Jesus to heal one of his servants who was at his home. The point is, Jesus didn't even have to go to the centurion's house to do it. He had authority, and the centurion respected Jesus enough to know that whatever he said would get done, no matter where Jesus was.
So what?
So, that's the kind of respect I would like you to have. And Mrs. Davidson feels the same way.
Well, Mrs. Davidson feels the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder why you're coming out so strong with the Bible stories. Is this one of her ideas?
I am the one who went to see her this morning.
Talk about me?
Well, I need to talk to someone. And yes, about us. Well, Dad's not here, and Lori can't anymore.
Man, our relationship is ours, and nobody else's business.
You know, Russ, I'm not so sure we should even be having a relationship anymore.
What's that? Was that your opinion or somebody else's?
Yes, I make my own decisions.
Marianne, tell me that I don't mean a thing to you. Tell me you don't care about me at all.
Russ, That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's the way it sounds to me right now.
Russ,
Look, do me a favor, okay? Stay away from Mrs. Davidson. I'm telling you, she's gonna be nothing but trouble for us.
There you go.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Okay, and just holler when you're ready to order, because otherwise I'll never hear you in this place.
Thank you, Tammy.
Miriam, I hope you don't mind Gil joining us.
Oh, no, of course not. I am a little
I know. Are you surprised to see us together?
Yes, I am.
Well, Vicky and I decided to call a truce. You know, kind of kiss and make up.
Well, I'm all for truces as long as you mean it.
Oh, we do mean it.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're going out to dinner tonight to celebrate. But you haven't told me where we're going.
Castaway Bar. It would be the date we should have had a while ago. Catch up on lost time, okay?
Great. I can just see Ernie's face when we walk in together. After he gets over his shock, he's probably going to buy us free drinks all night.
Probably. So you doing anything special tonight?
Yes, my mother's leaving for Canada again, so I'm seeing her off at the airport.
I thought she was going to be in Kingsley for a while.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I'd hoped so, too, but I couldn't seem to convince her to stay. So, she and my father are going ahead with the divorce.
Sorry to hear that.
Tough break.
Yes, it is. But I promised not to mention the word divorce to her while we're saying our goodbyes.
Listen, if you want to use my car to take her to the airport, because if yours is still in the mechanics, it's fine, because I won't need mine tonight anyway.
Thank you, Vicky. I'll be taking a taxi. I don't think I'm up to driving.
You and your mother are pretty close, aren't you?
Yes, we are now, thank God. There was a time when we couldn't stand one another. I tended to alienate all my family. First my father and her and my son and my husband, Paul.
Paul? Dr. Paul Mason?
Yes, he taught English literature at the college.
Yeah, I know. I almost took his class, but I ended up playing lacrosse instead. Did real well, too. I can believe it. That's funny. You're Dr. Paul's wife. I've heard a lot about you.
I think it's getting late. Maybe we should order now.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's do.
Here, I'll just whistle and...
Gil, don't do that.
If I don't, we're not going to get any service around here, believe me, so...
Come.
I think we've just been snubbed.
What's even worse, made a target. I should recognize the Weaver's scowl of revenge by now.
Well, what's your strategy going to be for the rest of the day? Retreat or attack?
I think I'm going to start with forgiveness.
I don't think that's going to work with Russ. You tried that policy on him before.
No, I mean asking the Lord to forgive me. The way I feel about Russ now isn't accomplishing anything positive. Oh, no.
Oh, Terry, could we talk, please? Privately.
Well, look, I'll leave you two alone.
No,
and
no,
you can-
Alex, that's all right. Just stay right there. What do you want now, Nancy?
I need some cash or a credit card. I've lost my wallet.
Again?
Well, I know I said I'd pay back the money I borrowed last
Yeah,
week,
and
but
the money you borrowed the week before, you told me you paid it back yesterday.
Yeah, well, look, I'm sorry. I got the days mixed up. I mean, just this
No,
one
Nancy,
time.
I'm sorry, not this time.
Terry, I'm your sister.
That has nothing to do with it. I have no intention of giving you another penny until you
Yeah,
start
but
to take
Terry, this is me. I'm family.
I'm sorry.
What, you're supposed to be a Christian?
Oh, Nancy, please.
Well, what am I supposed to eat off of?
Well, why don't you stop by the house tonight? You're welcome to have dinner with us anytime you like, and there's food in the refrigerator you can help yourself to.
Look, Terry, I'm not talking
No,
about
for the
that.
last time, Nancy, I am not going to give you any money until you show me some evidence of change, until you get a job.
Anyone for dessert?
Oh, well, what you got, Ted, huh?
We've got triple-decker hot fudge sundae and deep dish a la mode cherry
We'll
cobbler.
take one of each, okay?
Take a good look at this. She's the one underneath the hat next to Ronnie. We want her wrapped and delivered, still breathing.
Soon.
I'm working on the setup now. You start tailing her this afternoon, as soon as she leaves that lawyer's office I told you about. And here, make sure she gets to this address and that she stays there.
I know where it is.
Remember, don't you make a move until I say so. don't want her to give you the slip.
What's her name again?
It's Babs. Babs Farley.
Babs. I like that. What's the matter?
Russ, no, I'd better be going now.
Don't be so eager to rush off from me, huh?
Well, no, Gil's probably waiting at the office for me now. We have to recheck some of the biddings on a new interior design estimate. Our figures were way off this morning.
Yeah, well, Gil can just wait a few more minutes, can't you? I got a little figure to recheck myself, and it's right on the money.
Oh.
What's the matter with you, huh?
I'm sorry. I just have a million thoughts running through my mind right now.
Well, I sure hope that one of them's about me.
All of them are. Russ, you still don't understand what I'm going through. I've never had to question the degrees of right and wrong in a relationship before.
What's the question? We're right for each other. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, look, we don't have time to go into a heavy discussion about it now, but I really...
But we will. Yeah. Already? No, don't send her in right now, okay?
No.
Mary Ann,
Later.
hang on just a second, please.
Hello, Mary Ann.
Oh, Miss Davidson. I'll talk to you later.
Can anybody follow orders around here?
You wanted to see me, Russ. I don't have much time. I'm due at a nurse's aid class.
Well, excuse me. Well, seeing as how you're so busy, we'll try to get you out as soon as we can. Of course, I guess I should have called you busybody. That would have been more like it.
I see insults are still on your agenda.
You know, I'd have thought with the medical field and your religion that you'd have enough to keep you occupied. But no, you had to go and stick your nose into somebody else's business too, didn't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Your advice to Mary Ann to dump me?
Your misinterpretations are becoming very commonplace. I never advised Mary Ann to dump you.
Oh, that's right. You'd clean up with a few scriptures to rationalize your little vendetta against me, wouldn't you?
Russ, unless you have some hospital business to discuss, our conversation is finished.
You want to talk about hospital business? Fine, we'll talk about some hospital business. Like right here. Caraway and Brigham. 2 excuses for nurses. When they leave today, they're not coming back.
Ann and Joan have already told me about your verbal abuse of
You know,
them.
I told you I am not taking any more sloughing off around here.
Russ, Ann has been on the staff longer than I have. And Joan graduated at the top of her class last year.
Yeah, well, let them write it on their next resume.
Look, I am handling all the hiring here and the firing. You can check my job description if you don't believe me.
Yeah, well, you can check the job description of hospital administrator. You're under him. And for the time being, sweetheart, that is me until Lester gets back.
Ann and Joan will stay.
Do you want to have a little insubordination suit on your hands, too? Because that's just what you're going to get if you keep messing with me.
Look, I was promoted to director of nursing long before you arrived here, Russ Weaver. If anyone's going to threaten me with an insubordination suit, it will be Lester Lewis, not his inexperienced, ambitious assistant. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's right. I need 6 more rooms across town. Uh-huh. Some new girls are coming in this week. Of course. Just leave it to me. Right. Do that a little, to the left for a moment. To the left. Oh, yeah. That's it, baby. You got it. Get that, will you? Should be Lance.
Hey, baby. I brought him along. He needs a little something extra for night duty this week.
Ramona, get things ready for the card game tonight. I want everything to be just perfect.
Another card game? Business must be picking up.
Yeah. A couple of honchos with a motel chain are coming over. They don't know it yet, but we're all going into business together. My style.
Is that before or after you clean them out?
I'm just having myself a little fun on the side. Hey, Scarface, put that down. That's worth over $1,000, and I don't want your clumsy hands on it. And when are you going to do something about that claw mark?
It don't hurt no more, Mr. Washington.
Looks like you're half blind in one eye. Look how swollen it is.
I told him to see a doctor, Ron.
I can spot you a mile away. And I need people who can get lost in a crowd. Get it?
I'll take care of it, Mr. Washington.
Lance, see that he does. Nothing better go wrong with this job.
It won't, Ron. I got everything under control, boss.
That's what you said the last time. Right before Babs walked away from her so-called fatal accident.
She won't walk away this time. Not this time, Mr. Washington.
Did you explain to him that I want her alive at first?
Sure, Ron. Come on, everything's cool. Don't worry about it.
I'm ready for her.
Look, we already got a plan to scout her out. One dark night, we just pick her up. It's that simple. It's like I said, she stands out like a marshmallow in a bowl of chocolate pudding in that neighborhood.
You better keep it simple. Understand? Not one wrong move.
Russ, you simply can't keep giving orders all the time. You've got to know who and what you're in charge of first.
Thank you for your sermon.
Now, I have been trying to work with you, but when you force people's backs against the wall,
They'll fight me. And I don't care if they fight me, because I've got the guts to stand up and say what I want to say, what's on my mind, and to do exactly as I please.
Does it please you to dismiss 2 nurses for false reasons? You are ruining their careers.
Yeah, well, lousy workers is not a false reason in my book. They don't deserve to be nurses.
You shouldn't be the sole person to make that decision.
Well, it looks like I am, doesn't it?
Russ, Anne Carraway attended to you once. The night you and Lori were brought in here after the car accident. She stayed for hours at your side just to help you.
I thought your little sermon was over. We tried to drum up a little sympathy for whatever her name is. Forget it. I don't remember who she is anyway.
No, of course you wouldn't. Not now.
Look, Mrs. Davidson, I am concerned about every employee at this hospital, whether you think so or not.
How can you sit there and say you're concerned?
Easily. Because everybody around here gets treated equally. No favoritism. And it wasn't like that before I came here, and you know it.
Now, I won't deny that you've made some changes for the better. But you've caused harm and hurt.
Oh, didn't you say that there was some kind of a meeting waiting for you somewhere? Why don't you go?
All right, Russ, you've given me no choice. I am going to contact Lester. He's got to know what you're doing.
Well, unless you know of a couple of real good courier pigeons, forget it, because he's up in the mountains fishing.
All right, if I can't find Lester, I will go in front of the hospital board. I mean it, Russ.
Good, great. And while we're there, Terry, why don't we turn that little meeting into maybe your insubordination hearing?
I can see that I'm getting nowhere with you.
Exactly. Hold on, Mrs. Davidson. One more little thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to be evaluating your work. So do me a favor. Be sure you're here.
Oh, I will be here. And I will be observing you as much as you're observing me.
So what did the prince say about the shipment?
He okayed the pickup. Only this time it's coming in by boat. Here, don't spill this on yourself.
Must be much more than last time.
It's 25,000 pounds. It's a quality load. He said he let it go for $5.25 a cut.
Hey, I think I might have a new drop boy for you. He works at the bookstore on Highlander and Fifth.
Why is it you don't inspire confidence, Blue? You make me nervous.
Sorry, it was an accident.
When the prince makes a move, he makes it big, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's trusting us with another load because he doesn't know what Babs Farley knows. That's why I've got to find out if she's found him or who she's talked to.
I said she hasn't found out. All she has is his code name. Besides, if she did get to the prince, he would have never allowed us to pick up the shipment.
I'm so glad that you work for me and me not for you because you're such an idiot.
Well, what's that mean?
If the prince knew that we were skimming on him, he'd have set up everything as usual to catch us in the act, stupid.
Prince, I'd like to meet him sometime.
Oh, yeah, over my dead body.
Shut your face, Blue. Nobody meets the prince.
Nobody but me.
You got that, Blue?
Yes, sir.
You know, Babs almost met him once. Now that I think about it, she kept pushing me to meet him just before she split.
A little tramp.
Lucky for me, I never let her. Would have been my biggest and last mistake.
You let her in on too much of the operation. I always told you that.
You know, for once I should have listened to you, Lance. She did see too much of the operations.
She can't prove a thing, because I always keep it clean. No papers, no proof.
And I don't take chances with anybody. You know that, Lance.
I don't take chances either. Don't take chances either. Don't leave no trails.
After I'm finished with Babs Farley, we'll find out whether or not you leave any trails. You'd better make sure she never existed.
He's good, Ron. Don't worry about Blue. He's the best.
After that, I want you to take care of a punk for me. He's been moving in on my girls downtown. Claims his boys with the red handkerchiefs can do better. He's crossed over on my turf one too many times.
It'll be a pleasure.
You know my girls were pulling in double before he showed up?
We already have a new one in today. She's a runaway. Fresh merchandise.
Oh, yeah? How old?
She didn't say, but she's young, boss. Real young. I've been showing her the trade.
Oh, that's good. Maybe she'll be the youngest in my stable.
Her name's Paula. I think she'll work out just fine.
Paula. Go get her. And get him out of here.
She's a little rough around the edges.
I don't care. I want to see just what kind of an inventory you're building for me, Lance.
Sure, Ron. Anything you say. Let's go, Blue.
It's about time I had something new to look at.
I want a word with you, Weaver.
Make an appointment like everybody else.
No, look, it's not going to take me long to tell you exactly what I think of you. Now, what you are putting Terry through is absolutely inhuman.
So she ran straight to you. How will that figure?
No, she didn't run to anybody. Now, I'm warning you. Don't you upset her again.
Is that a threat, Doctor? Because if it is, I'd love to get it in writing.
No, look, the only thing we need in writing is your resignation.
I was thinking the same thing about you. Geez, you threatened me, no telling what you can do to the patients.
Look, I've had all of you. I can stomach,
get
Weaver.
off of me.
And so has everybody else in this hospital. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you? Enough is enough.